So without further ado, I'm gonna bring you guys the 4 worst parts of after surgery life or after plastic. You gonna know by the title. I don't even know the title yet, but I know I got in mind what I'm doing.
Back on deck on my fly shit.
Let's go. Hey you guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are a day one here on day one. It has been a while since I've uploaded on this channel. If you know, you know. If you plan on getting any type of elective plastic surgery, period, this video could be very helpful to you. So, sounds interesting, sound good? Go ahead and hit that like button for your girl.
I feel a couple of ways. I wanna talk, you wanna talk. Don't let me get in your way. I call you babe, you call me babe. We just don't say it the same. I wanna talk, you wanna talk. Baby, let's talk off the break.
Before I get into each and every con, I do want to give you guys a bit of a backstory as far as what procedures I have had done. If you kept up with my pre-op journey through this channel, then you know I haven't had anything else done after that. I've only had a tummy tuck and a breast lift with no implants. I didn't have any type of 360 lipo. I never got a BBL. I get those questions all the time. Just want to clear that up. Those are the only 2 procedures I ever had done, and I had them done at the same time. So anything that I touch on, you're probably going to experience with any type of procedure that you get. So let's go ahead and start with number 1. Water retention. Honey, when I tell you after any type of plastic, I promise you, it's gotta be this way. After any type of surgery, you look at a pinch of salt, you're gonna hold water weight. Just period. Like the amount of weight that you can gain in the course of a day just in water is ridiculous. Now, it is very important after you have surgery, and this is of any type. It doesn't even have to just be a plastic surgery. You're normally gonna hold extra water. After my surgery, when I tell you guys, I wanted to figure out how much skin was removed, like by hopping on the scale, and they wouldn't let me. They were like, you don't want to see that number right now. You're swollen, you're holding so much water. You're probably gonna be pounds heavier than you were, even though we removed like 13 pounds or something like that. I don't even remember how much they took, but yeah. So that's one thing that really sucks, you guys. I'm in the gym faithfully. I do my cardio, I do my weight training as always, and I just can't seem to get that extra water off. I really can't. I'm like, you can push into me a lot easier these days. Number 2. Weight gain in brand new places. Now, disclaimer, I like the weight gain in a couple places, but if you are just having a tummy tuck like me, or you are having certain plastics done that do not require lipo, you might not like the weight gain. A few of my girlfriends that I've spoke to who have also had the same procedures done, they find that after just having a tummy tuck, you gain weight in places that you really don't want it. And I totally feel that. If I can show you guys at the end of this video what I'm talking about, or if I'm gonna do a clip and insert it here, maybe. But it often happens that when you just have a tummy tuck, it's very easy to gain weight in the top of your stomach because the lower area of your stomach is so tight. Most of the time when you get any type of tummy tuck, you know, be that mini, a normal tummy tuck, extended, super extended, you're going to have muscle repair done. So that's like your diastasis in the middle. You know, if you've ever had kids, you know what I'm talking about. They're gonna stitch it up so tight that any fat that you gain is not really going to be able to take home there. So I will say, since my surgery, I have gained weight in my face, like my décolleté, my face, my arms, and my back. My back is a huge one, you guys, and it has made me super self-conscious to the point that I'm like, all right, just snip me open again. Let's take off these back rows now. And you know, it's not a substantial like amount of weight gain, but it's just like, you know, I was used to maybe gaining it in my stomach and not being able to tell because I have my extra skin there. So now it's just like looking in the mirror, I definitely notice I hold weight differently. I also hold it in my legs more. Just any place that you get tightened up and then stitched back together, it's not very easy to gain weight there. So the weight is going to go elsewhere. And normally your doctor will also tell you that. A lot of the time, if you do have lipo or if you get a BBL done, the weight goes to places that you want it. It's just very accentuated. So if you have a 360 BBL where they are taking fat from everywhere, putting it into your hourglass, and you know your hourglass starts out like this, you gain weight, most of the time it's just gonna, you know, widen out a little bit, but you're not going to ever snap back to your old shape after they get done doing all that. Some of the girls that I've also talked to have mentioned that their appetite has increased like immensely afterward. And I can't say the same. Maybe the first couple weeks after when your body's trying to get back to strength and repairing and all of that. But afterward, I was back to normal. But I will say, do not smoke after you have your surgery, because when you start coughing, it's a wrap. You guys, I could tell a whole story on that situation, on that scenario, but I'm not. It's not the time. Number three is the psychology of plastic surgery. A lot of people talk about this before getting it. You know, they say, I just want this done and I'll be happy, right? Life's that easy. If I just get this done, if I just get this pony, if I just get this house, I'll be happy, right? No. No. Especially coming from someone who is I was going to say a patient, but I didn't have weight loss surgery. But coming from a person who has lost an extreme amount of weight, and I have many of different areas of my body that I could pick to get fixed, honey, seeing that it's that easy to correct something like hanging skin and it can just be snipped, or you can just take the fat from somewhere, put it somewhere else, and all of a sudden you get your dream body, it's appealing. It's a very appealing thought, especially after you have one surgery. Okay. Now, I've told you guys plenty of times. I've told myself, I've told my friends, family, I don't plan on becoming plastic surgery Barbie. I really don't. You know, there's various people I see here on social media, excuse me, who get one surgery and then, you know, a couple months later, they get another one, so on and so forth. And I always told myself, if I become that person, which there's nothing wrong with it, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. This is just my opinion. If I choose to go down that route, am I going to be able to continue working out to the fitness level that I can now? And I might be overthinking some of these things, but I just can't accept the idea that there's not like long-term risk in plastics. Like, we're a generation of people who just make it seem so normal to get any elective surgery here and there, but we all get them around the same age. So we haven't got to that 60, 70, 80-year-old body yet to know how it's really going to affect us. And that actually takes me into number 4, but I'm going to continue talking about number 3 because I want to let you guys know how, like, completely how this has affected me psychologically. So when I had my surgery done, I was so over the moon, ecstatic, happy. Oh my God, my skin's gone. My stomach's so tight. I don't have to wear a faja constantly, even though I'm gonna have to wear a faja constantly, at least for the next year, right? But I was happy. And then I started healing. And, you know, a couple months down the road, I'm like, you know, it looks okay, but I think I think I would look good if, you know, maybe I took some fat from right here and put it over here, or maybe I do want to go back and get implants because then they would just be a little bit more perky. And then I had to catch myself because I had that talk with myself before going into surgery. Summer, are you going to let this become a thing? Are these doctors going to know you by face? I mean, hopefully, but you feel me. I've gone back and forth with myself a lot. You know, I look at the before and afters of people on social media, and obviously this goes into the don't compare yourself to others thing, but you look at others who have had the same procedures done and you're like, wow, but they look a little better. I wish my surgery looked a little bit more like this. I wish I came out looking like this. Not remembering that we all have different bodies to begin with. It gets hard sometimes living in this new body. It's like throughout my entire journey, and I'm sorry if I'm just all over the place. I didn't write enough notes on this point, but it's very hard getting constantly acquainted in a body that's forever changing. It's been what, 6 years now since I've started my weight loss journey from 410. I lost the weight. I got pregnant with Cairo. I gained that weight. I lost that weight. I got skin removal. I lost that skin. I went through Rona and gained weight and lost that. And I'm just like, yo, when am I ever gonna meet my body, right? So I guess that's like a self-lovery thing. At some point, you know, you just gotta love yourself wherever you're at. And some days I gotta remind myself that. But I will say the psychology is hard. There's some days that you question, should I even have got this done? And, you know, some people might disagree with that statement, depending how much you like your surgery results. But I think at least a good handful of us who have had surgeries done have that thought at some point, you know, even if it's not I wish I never got it done. It's I wish maybe I should have went to a different doctor. They would have done this a little bit better. Or there's just so many thoughts, bro. So many. So in concluding, number 3 all over the place, I have not decided to get any other surgeries to this day. I do have my days where I just get fed up with myself and I'm like, yo, if I go to the gym for 1 more month and I don't gain some boots the way I want to gain some boots, we fly into DR. Do you hear me? Not yet. Not yet. But if I do down the road decide that I want to get a BBL, or I want to get lipo, or I want to get a 3rd boob, that's on me. And it took me a long time to realize that too. The whole time I'm telling you guys, the whole time I'm telling everybody in my life, I'm never going to get another surgery. I don't know that. But for a long time, I kept that idea in my mind, like, I can't ever get another one done because I told everybody I was never going to get another one done, so I can never get another one done. And if I would ever get another one done, I've accepted. That's my decision. Anyone who doesn't like me, anyone who said, but you said you would not, it don't matter. Number 4, autoimmune risk. Autoimmune disease risks. Hard for me to say my R's. But now this is with any surgery. Again, want to say that. Doesn't have to be plastics, but you definitely run the risk of having autoimmune diseases afterward. It's a lot easier to get them. I don't know percentage wise. I'm gonna see if I can look up some numbers and put them here in the video somewhere for you guys, just in case. I'm gonna keep my head over here. But I know that at least with myself and my strength, ever since I've had surgery, you know, like I said, I lost the weight. I got back to health. I didn't have any extreme like difficulties with my surgery or anything. So it still feels a little weird when I do too much in the gym. This might just be because I'm getting older. I'm only a year older, but maybe it's my overall immune system is just not as good as it was. But I have to question, is that because I've had surgery? Is that because, you know, I got a chunk of my body cut off and then stitched back together by man? And I think so many girls, I'm sure some guys too, but a lot of girls that I know, going into the surgery process, they don't care about any of the after stuff. Like, I'll deal with it when it comes. And to an extent, that's the way you gotta think. But when you totally neglect the fact that you still have health to worry about, a lot of us are mothers, a lot of us need our strength to deal with our daily tasks. So I noticed that with my body, going back to the gym, I push myself to limits that I used to, but it's hard to recover from. I still eat a balanced diet. I have not changed much of my routine or much of anything in my life drastically since I've had surgery over a year ago. But I noticed I can't do things like fast like I used to without getting very lightheaded. I cannot, like I said, overwork my body without being really sore. The next day, I feel a lot of what I do work out on in my incision area still. And I'm all the way healed back up. So these are just things that I observe with my body. It's nothing to scare anyone. Like, it's not so bad that you can't get these things done. But I'm very acquainted with my body. I'm very in tune. I feel every little thing that I eat, everything that I do to my body, every wrong way that I sit, lay down, anything. So I do notice a difference. And I am trying to think if there's any other issues that I've dealt with afterward. I can't quite think of anything else when it comes to my physical health. Like I said, for the most part, I am healthy. I am back in the gym. I have not gained an enormous amount of weight beyond Rona. Yeah. So in closing, I would never ever tell anyone to look at these 4 things and let that be the deciding factor of you not getting surgery. I always tell everyone, when you get surgery, do it for yourself. Do it because it's going to improve your life, not because everybody and the dog is out here getting surgery done. I think that it's very important that you know what you're getting yourself into. And it's easier for me to kind of speak on this since I'm post-op now, since I've had it done, since I've been in the surgery room and all of that. Your body, your life is nothing to play with. And just because you don't hear or see it often, it happens. It happens, okay? So just make sure that you know what you want. You know what you're getting into. If you're someone who is very, very used to smoking and drinking often, and you plan on having surgeries and getting back to that and thinking that you can sustain drugs the same way that you did before, maybe you can. I don't know. I don't do them. But I want to tell everyone, be very cognizant about your health when you go into any type of surgery, okay? We got a little close, didn't we? So yeah, that's all. If this helped any of you guys, if you have been through surgery and you have anything to add to this list, like, it's probably gonna annoy me because I sat there and I was like, what are the worst things? And somebody's gonna come up with something worse. I already know. If you guys enjoyed this video, if this helped you, if you know somebody who needs to see this video, tag them, send it to them, whatever. Also subscribe to my channel. Again, like this video, it definitely helps my engagement, and being that I have not been on this channel in a while, that really helps out. There's a few links that you can check out in the descriptions of some other goodies, and I will see you guys in the next video.